Hello everyone, welcome back to Varagist HQ. Happy Sunday. There is something I quickly want us to touch on today that has been bothering me a lot, and I believe that it has been bothering other people too. It has been bothering a lot of people out there. So is this issue of pioneer? Yeah, because I think lately I talked about this issue of the grant ecosystem being divided into two. Some people are talking about the IMF are coming, and why some people are saying that there is nothing like the IMF. And those people talking about the IMF, they still stood on their ground that IMF is actually coming. Now, who should we believe in? Now, apart from this, one of our brother in the grant ecosystem, one of the influencers too that have been giving a update. Each and every one of us respect his information very, very well. Is that of Julivia that came out yesterday to say that if you are registering for Pioneer, you're doing that at your own peril. So please, in this video, I'm going to be playing two voice notes for you. One is that of Julivia when he says so, and the other is that lady that said that the issue of Pioneer came to be because the people at the top could no longer trust the UAAG, the Theobald, and Centrita and co. That's the reason why they brought up the issue of Pioneer. That before these people realized that, which is the sanctuary word multipurpose, before they realized that it was too late, which is the reason why all of them now hate Pastor Donald Obasio Kori. Do you understand that? Because they are now seeing him as a betrayer. Please, I'm going to be playing this VM for you. Firstly, I'll play that of the lady for you. Then I'll play that of Julivia for you. Then we now find a balance in between these two. So which one do we believe in? And how do we manage these two information that looks as if they are contrary, they're like a parallel line that cannot be joined together. So we are going to be finding means to balance it up so that everybody that subscribe under these two people, or that subscribe for Pioneer or that did not subscribe for Pioneer, will find a balanced ground. So please pay attention to this thing because it's very, very important. I'm going to be playing that of the lady for you now. This is it right here.
Top secret review in grant community about Pioneer grants. The money in question that many grant handlers have been struggling to disburse is still the same money pioneers want to disburse. How did this name Pioneer come? It was because other grant handlers did not play their card very well. We all know the story of Theobald Global Foundation, Supreme Family, UAAG, AGPGN, and Sanctuary Words. They have spoiled their names and cannot be trusted, most especially as they have paraded themselves as the grant handlers that brought the money, and this money must be disbursed. How do we disburse this money? That was where this name came about secretly. Many grant handlers didn't know this on time. Before they knew about it was too late. That is the reason they are fighting Okori now, because they see him as a betrayer. But it was too late. The right body to disburse this money is Pioneer. And those people who subscribe with Pioneer directly are very lucky, because no Pioneer, no grant handlers can disburse any money in Nigeria. They will now be the one to disburse to other grant handlers. This is a top secret in grant community.
You have just been served with that of the lady. Now, this is the reply of Julivia to this lady, what he has to say about the Pioneer. We'll be right back.
Let's address the popularly marketed Pioneer slots. There's a certain VN making rounds on the social media platforms that the likes of Theobald, UAAG, AGPGN, Supreme, and others failed to disburse this grant because they did not know the right protocol to it. That it is the Pioneer or people that invented the Pioneer that knows the access to disbursing the fund. Therefore, it is the Pioneer that will disburse the grant we are anticipating. That is another heavy lie in the grant ecosystem. The oncoming disbursement has no connection with Pioneer. As I've always stated, Pioneer is a code name fabricated by slot marketers to sell the slots people are buying. It has no connection with the oncoming disbursement. This is the only channel that unravels the truth to anyone who cares to believe. The name Pioneer is just like saying UAAG. UAAG was not a grant on its own to disburse to the masses. UAAG was a code name used in floating the main grants that they did not even access. Therefore, anyone saying I'm waiting for UAAG grant is just deceiving himself. Later on in the grant ecosystem, as you are aware, the name was switched to Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Humanitarian Foundation. And that is the NGO they submitted to receive the fund. So if anyone is telling you subscribe to UAAG grant, whereas there is no such grant like UAAG, so is the Pioneer. Subscribe to Pioneer at your own peril. Proverbs 14 verse 15. A fool simply believes everything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. Let's walk in prudence, not in gullibility.
Grand ecosystem. Please, if you've watched this video to this length, you've heard both of them. What came to your mind after listening to that of Julivia? What came to your mind? What are you thinking? Now, if I am to tell you what I'm thinking, what is in my mind is, what is the fate of those that have already subscribed to Pioneer? What is their fate? Does it mean that their money is gone? Now, how did all this start? How did it start? We know that all this back and forth, all this argument started when the Sanctuary Wealth Multipurpose Foundation came to disassociate themselves from this idea of we are waiting for IMF people to come. They disassociated themselves from Pioneer, IMF, government, and stuff like that. So now after that, other people came out, people like Pastor Donald Abasukuri, stating that they never report to anybody that what they hold at hand, which is the slot selling stuff, came from the stakeholders at the top. This is how all these things starts. This is how it started. Now, should we now say because possibly there is a dispute at the top, it will now affect the innocent people that subscribe under this NGO, under this group? I don't think so. Because they never told anybody that there is nothing like Pioneer. What we are meant to understand initially was that you that is subscribing for Pioneer, you are meant to carry out project. That Pioneer slot is for those that will carry out community project. But they never said that there is nothing like Pioneer. It is true that they said it was just a name that was used, but it doesn't mean that if you register under them, you are at your own peril. What they said it was that the Pioneer Fund is for projects. So if you are a Pioneer person, if you register for Pioneer and you've heard that of Julivia, I don't think you should panic. I don't think you should panic. Just like the way I did not agree with that lady when she said it was the Pioneer, or it is the Pioneer that will disburse to the grandchild, when I said that was a blatant lie. Just like that, I am saying today that I'm not saying that our brother lied. He got his information from the top. I am not saying that he lied because I respect his information very, very well. I'm not saying that he lied. But these people at the top, they just want to start using us to catch crews. And they shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. Whatever thing they are having, whatever dispute they are having, they should just find a common ground to iron it out in order not to affect the innocent people that are subscribing. In order not to affect the innocent subscribers, those that have spent their money. Some sold their belongings, their property, to make sure they subscribe to all these things. Please, they should find a common ground at the top in order not to affect the subscribers. We are just begging them. Because by them saying that if you register for Pioneer, you are doing that at your own peril, there is something fishy. Because I could remember vividly, even this our brother Julivia came out the last time saying that if you're subscribing for Pioneer, do that from the legit source. Do that from the legit source. Then he never said it was at your own peril. But the information he shared now, possibly that is the information he got from the top. This is not his information. So nobody should blame him for that. This is the information he got from the top and he's sharing it to you. That is what they told him. But my plea is this. The people at the top, I'm still saying it, they should not make their dispute at the top to affect those innocent subscribers. Please, we are begging them in the name of God. And for those that subscribe under Pioneer, please calm your nerves. After all, you know those you subscribe under. You know the people that came to market Pioneer slot for you. And if by tomorrow you heard that disbursement has commenced or they've commenced disbursement, you know who to meet to ask for your own share of the fund. But what I'll just tell you today, a bitter truth is this. If you are expecting B, just like Pastor Donald of Asokore is telling you people, subscribe with 250, you get 100 B. My brother or my sister, don't expect any B. Don't expect any B. Because I said something the last time in one of my videos. Government will not give such amount to an ordinary person to go and carry out community project. Why they have local government chairman to do that? They have a rep, they have state executive, they have federal, they have honorables that can do that. They will now be giving it to you. Now, just like what we heard from this our brother Julivia is that government is now fully in charge of these things. So if you register for Pioneer and you're expecting B, don't expect B. But the only thing is you might get something as a subscriber. Don't expect B. But if you register for Pioneer, don't panic. You will get something, but it might not be B, just like the way you are being told. Please. And I'm still begging our people at the top. They shouldn't make their dispute to affect the ordinary subscribers. We are begging them. We are begging them. We are looking up to them. So they shouldn't disappoint us because we know that God will not disappoint them and will not disappoint each and every one of us. This is just my play this morning. This is Varagist HQ. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do also to subscribe and click on the notification bell for more updates. The comment section is open. Please, let's have a robust discussion like a community. Remain blessed. Bye for now.